Okay, I think you're overthinking this. It's actually a lot simpler than what you've got here. So what you're trying to do in this exercise is just find out the length of a string, of a variable, of one variable. This is the variable should be whatever the text is here, whatever this string of characters are that you put in here. So your first line is perfectly right. Word is your variable. And word, you're assigning the value of whatever the user puts in here. So the function input already includes a print function. So if all you did here, and you could go back and try this, if all you do is write this first line and hit run, you're going to get this. It's going to already print this. It's not going to print. It's going to print just this enter text, and then you would type this in. So it would be in here first. The reason it prints here is because you've got these two extra lines here, which you don't really need. You don't need a variable for the input because you're typing it, the user is typing it. This could be anything. It doesn't have to be how long is a piece of string. It could be Grok, it could be Julia, it could be anything, and it will work the same way. So the first line is correct. Word, you're assigning a variable to a piece of text, which would be whatever it is you type in here. The input function prints the parameter, which is this enter text, is just a prompt for so that the user knows what to enter. It's just the program talking to the user. So and once again, you can play with this and see that this will work with no matter what you put here. So you could put input and just put the word Julia, and it's going to put in Julia and wait for an answer, and whatever answer you put in here, it's going to assign to this variable. All you're doing is putting a value in this variable word. And then all you have to do is find out what the length is. So at that point, you're going to print the variable, you're going to print the length, not the variable, not the word itself. You just want to print this number, which is what it counts up. So you don't need this line at all, and you don't need this because this is where this extra, I don't know, I'm not sure what you were doing with this, but that's what this extra line comes in. All you have to do is print the length, but now you don't need this second variable. What you're printing the length of is this variable. So it's really simple. All you need to do is delete these two lines, change this word to word because that's the variable you're looking for, and then it'll make a lot more sense. It's really simpler than what you were trying to do. It's just asking you for a string. You can put in whatever word you want, and it's storing it in this variable, and then all you're doing is measuring the length of this variable. So let me know if that makes sense. Hopefully it is helpful. Yeah, get back to me.